under action, then we associate this elastic IP address to that server. So you notice it's telling you which type of resource type you want to assign this IP address to. And in this case, I'm assigning it to an instance, which is why I'll move it as the default. Under the instance, it's asking me which of the instance. So this is where the tagging also makes more sense, because if I didn't tag this right now, I have a number of servers. It will just show me the IDs, and I have to start looking for which ID belongs to this server. But in this case, I can see this is dev that I'm looking for, then I can easily just select this. And under private IP address, it will automatically pick the private IP address from this particular server, and I'm just going to click on this. I won't allow this, so I'll just move to the next one. And the reason why I won't be allowing this is if by mistake you try to assign this IP address to different instance while this instance is running, it won't allow you. But in the case where you tick this and you tried assigning that IP address to a different instance, then it will assign it to it correctly, and you notice you lose access to this particular instance in that case. So I'll click on associate, and that should be all about the elastic IP address. So if you go to your instances now, you should see now that this IP address has been assigned to your instance. Okay, so we can see the IP address has been assigned to the instance. So the next thing I'm going to do now is SSH into this instance and begin with the setup process. So I have my SSH terminal fired up now. So this has the same syntax as a Linux system. So you should be used to that. So in the case where you use POTI, then the process of logging into the server is quite different because you have to work with a GUI in that case. But in this, with using this, if you have a Mac system, you have something similar to this. If you use a Linux system, you have something similar to this. So I'm just going to go ahead with this. So all I have to do is copy the IP address, then I log into the server. So that will be so if I'll do SSH, just the normal way of logging. In the case where I want to do this, then I'll specify the location to the key that I'm going to use. Then I'll use Ubuntu at the IP address. Well, in some cases where the server is using a different port, then you have to specify the port. Since we're using the default port here, I won't be specifying the port at all. And also, this is just showing you how to log into SSH. I believe you should know that. So I'll just clear this out and log in using my SSH. So I doubt if I have the key already. So for me to log in, I'll just add the key to my agent. So it gives me the passwordless kind of log in. So then it tells me to verify the fingerprint. Then I say yes. Then we are logged into the server now. So you notice you are logged into the server. So anything you are going to do with this particular user have to do with sudo, because this is not the root user. So if you are going to run apt get update, so you are going to put sudo right behind it. But in this case, I won't be using this user because I want to root and I don't want to always have to append sudo at the back of the command. But always remember, when you are using root, you have to be always careful because the root user have privilege to do anything on the server. You can delete, you can create anywhere. So there are more tendencies you can make mistakes, and the mistakes can prove disastrous. But in the case that this is a new server that you're setting up, then I don't think there's really much of anything to worry about. So to log in as root, I'm going to do sudo su. So I'll be changing to the super server. So you notice that the user here has changed to root provider. So and to go to the home directory of this particular user, I just press the CD and press enter. Then you notice I'm inside /root now, compared to before when I was /home/Ubuntu. Okay, so we can get right to setting up what is required for this server. So the first thing I'll be setting up is the Apache web server, and I'll try to configure it as best practice as possible so that you can have an each-free operation. So the first thing I like to do when I get a new server is to update everything on the server. So the first thing I'm going to do is apt get updates. Press enter. So this shouldn't take too long. It's the second one that will kind of take a while, where he's actually getting the updates, not actually doing the updates. So I'm going to write apt upgrade to upgrade dependency that were found in the previous command. So I'll run this and we'll continue from here. So it's telling me it has a lot of info. I just press enter. So I'll give you some time to run, then we'll come back to this when it's done. Okay, so the upgrade is done running. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to install a number of things. So the things I'll be installing is OpenSSL, zip, unzip, I will install Git, I will install some other dependency like the live link, just blah blah blah. So let me bore you with the further details. And then I will install the development tool for zip. Then I will install Apache and install call as well. So I'll just paste it over there so you can see it. So I'll give it some time on the screen so you can also see everything that I installed. So I just hit the enter button, then we come back to this when it's done. So after installing this, I will go ahead and install PHP. But to do that, you have to add the PHP repository on this particular server. And I can do that by running this particular command. So I'll just click on enter to add it to the server. We'll be good to go. So depending on whatever PHP version your Laravel is using, that will determine what PHP version you are going to install. So in the case where your Laravel is using PHP 7.2, then you change 8.0 to 7.2 and change it here as well so that you have the right PHPF. So in this case, I'm setting up an Apache server for you with people enabled with PHP FPM, so that things will move more faster compared to when you are using the normal CGI mode of Apache or using the default Apache, and things should move more faster using PHP FPM. So I'm just going to go ahead and install that right now. So this might take some time as well. So far we have Apache installed, we have PHP FPM installed. So at least we are getting somewhere. After this, we are going to be installing the PHP modules. But before we go right to that, I'll clear my screen so it doesn't get too confusing. So after clearing my screen, what I want to do is I want to be sure that Apache is running and Apache will be started by default, and I'll do the same for PHP FPM as well. So I'm going to do systemctl start Apache 2, then systemctl start PHP FPM 8.0. I think I got it. So that should be PHP 8.0 then f-fpm. Okay, so just to confirm that started properly. So let's check the status of the two services. So you can see Apache is running. I press Q to exit that, and PHP 8.0. So you can see that is running also. Okay, so we'll move right to the. Okay, so we have one more thing left to do with this. So I want to make sure this enabled when the server will boot. So I will do enable. And I'll do the same for FPM as well. So this ensures both nodes whenever the server is being booted up as well. So they are going to go right to installing the PHP extensions. So if